What's up, y'all? It's Mike in the building. Ooh, let's do this. Yeah, okay, that's better. I just made an MTG Arena video. It's a snow day here in Vineland, New Jersey. I figured I'd push out a couple videos. Every month I do around this time every month I just check in on my net worth. I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you watch the other video that I did the beginning of January and December, I talked about how I like to use it as like kind of a measuring stick just to see if I'm making progress financially or if I'm falling behind. And one point I made was, I think it's a really good indicator for those things, unless you're kind of heavily invested, and you have a really volatile stock market or crypto market within that span of a month, that could really kind of skew your results. So we had probably one of the worst Januaries on record for the stock market. Crypto hasn't been doing great either. I think, and I'd like to do one of these videos too, an update on the crypto experiment me and Eric are doing, but I'm down like 40%, I think. Yeah, and he's like down 38% or something like that. So those are smaller coins, so they're going to be a lot more. They're going to feel a lot more pain than Bitcoin, but I mean, crypto's still down, I think, overall for the month. And we'll see what that looks like in here. So what I want to accomplish with this is just do, I always do this myself. I don't know if I'm going to do a video for this every month, but I'd like to see what this month did to my net worth. I'm assuming it's negative, but there's a chance it's just, nothing happened. Like it might have just been stagnant. I think I'm probably negative, but that would show you and kind of give you an idea of what I was talking about in that first video where, I might be doing everything right. It's not spending too much money. Just like watching my expenses and all that good stuff, but still have a negative impact on my net worth for the month because of my investment. So with that said, let's just hop in. I'm going to go through this. Some things that I feel, comfortable showing, I'm going to have on this screen that you can see. Like I'm happy to show my stocks, but like when I'm logging into like where my mortgage is and like my Fidelity and stuff, I'm going to keep that on the other screen. Just for my sake. You'll see the balances and everything, but I don't know, just to be on the safe side. So some things you won't see, but you'll see the values. So let's see. So I'm going to run through these like I did last time. So I barely ever carry cash. I currently have no cash. I don't think I do, actually. It would be, that's not totally true. I don't know if you would categorize this as cash. The stuff I have set aside, I'm just going to include that in my bank account instead of cash. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So here is going to be equal to my balance in my primary, which is 986.61, plus my secondary checking, which is very minimal. Whoops. 160.14. Okay, so 1146.75 for my checking. I don't have any savings accounts. Cash value, I don't have any life insurance or annuities. I don't think that I had anything in there. So real estate, I looked at my Zestimate before this. Last month it was 160,500. Now it's just 160,000. My car is probably the same. Nothing changed as far as personal property. I didn't buy anything expensive or sell anything. Yeah, and just to clarify that, so the car, if you didn't watch the first one, I'll briefly go over this. So I just got this estimate, from Zillow.com. It's probably not super accurate, but I mean, it's going to change and fluctuate with the market and the area to some degree. So I like using that because it's nice and easy to find. The car, I used Kelley Blue Book, and I input some of the minor aesthetic damage that I have to the car, and ended up with this figure. Nothing has really changed with my car since then. Personal property would be, like my computer, my musical instruments, like my electronic drum kit, my bass, my guitar. I get maybe my TV. My TV's probably worthless. But stuff like that. Stuff that's, 500 plus, I'd say, I guess, would be reasonable to include in that, unless you want to tally up everything you have. No CDs, no bonds, no mutual funds, stocks. So stocks, I think I just have Robinhood, which has been suffering. That is, yeah. So in the past month, let's do this. Yeah, I lost $2,000 in the past month. I'm at 7494.46. Crypto. Okay, should be here. So this is gonna be the value of what I have. This might take a minute to load. Okay, let's just do this. 256369. Okay, yeah, that's just a spreadsheet I have for all of the crypto. These are all time starting the beginning of last year, all of the purchases I've made and some sells. This was a payment I made to Matthew with Bitcoin. He requested Bitcoin. Yeah, so overall I'm down 28% on that, and then this is just for the year 2022. See what this looks like. Down 15%. So I'm doing, this is part of the automated investing strategy that I mentioned in one of the other videos. Take a look at that if you have any interest in learning more about that. So other, I don't think there's any other. This is my Fidelity account. Okay, so I'm gonna look this up in the other window. I mean, I would share it. I just, there's something in me that feels like maybe it's not wise to do that. Probably doesn't matter that much, but again, like I said, you'll still see the figure that's in that account when I input it into the spreadsheet. My guess is it's like 90, 98. Nah, maybe like 99. Oh, man, okay. I was off a little bit. 96,551.56. So that's weird. It must just be the I forget what the word is for it, like the bulk of it, because the stocks that I have in here I think actually are doing fairly well, but that could be only very recently. Like I know my HSA is mostly in S&P. I wonder if I can see the well, you guys can't see this, so I'm not going to spend too much time in this screen. Let me get back over here. All right, so I think that's it for assets. I can't remember what last month looks like compared to this, but we'll look at that after. I don't want to go into that yet. And then still, I still have zero balance on my credit card. I might have to use that for oil. I just realized that I'm really low, but that's only going to be like 200 max. I only buy like $200 at a time in that. And I have some extra funds I can swing around. So that still should leave me pretty debt free. So the only thing I've got, I'm going to do that in another window too, is my TD. It is TD, right? Yeah, TD mortgage, which shouldn't have changed too much. Probably like 67, like mid 67,000. I haven't gone to this site in a while, actually. I don't pay the same way ever since I closed my TD checking account. I have to do it a different way, so I never go to this site anymore. Okay, 67,448.03. That's my remaining mortgage balance. So that's the total liabilities. I don't have anything else. I don't think I'm going to owe taxes this year. I don't think so. Not enough losses. I don't know if they're realized though. So got our assets. That's pulling from over here, and then this is just showing you what the calculation is. Very straightforward. And then this is the total. Yeah, I think I'm down a lot. So I did pull the numbers from January, and we can look at that spreadsheet and compare. So when I did this about a month ago, I think it was January 1st. Yep. I'll just make that little note. Maybe make it smaller. Like that. No, not that small. Yeah. Sure, that's fine, whatever. Make sure I know it's a date. Okay, fine. So that was the January 1 number. I have decreased by way more than I expected, honestly. But maybe that shouldn't be so surprising just because of how everything's been. Because yeah, I mean, I didn't change anything. If anything, the past couple of weeks I've been really trying to focus on spending less money, mostly on food. I was slipping with that a lot. Um, but I mean, it's not going to add up to thousands of dollars in a month, So, uh, yeah, that's a substantial swing. So that's what I was talking about in that first one, where depending on how you're invested and how the market performs, the net worth could not really give you like as good of a indicator of how you are doing, but it'll average out because it's going to show you what your strategy is, how it's doing, and what can happen in a downturn. So this is kind of interesting because I think we're technically in a correction. I think a correction is like 10% off highs, where a recession is 20, and I could be wrong. I'm not certain about that. So, I mean, you would expect the numbers to suffer a little bit, but so that's a change of 3.67% from last year, or I'm sorry, last month, down. So that's going to impact my goals. Some of my goals were to increase my net worth by a certain amount, so that's really going to put a damper on that. Yeah, because last month I was able to improve it by 3,000, which is about 1%. So yeah, I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I think it's mostly just the market here. I mean, we can look at stocks. So that's 7,400. It was at 8,600. That's actually, what's the big difference then? Must have been Fidelity. That's what it was. It wasn't even my individual stocks because they had already taken a pretty low blow before January. So my Fidelity account was at 101. Now it's at 96. That's the big difference actually, which is still investments, but it's just a lot more money. So I mean, it just lays things out for you in a different way, helps you kind of evaluate things. So yeah, if you like this, maybe I'll do it every month. I just wanted to do it this month to just kind of show that weight that the investments can have on it, and how you just need to take that with a grain of salt when you're analyzing all this stuff. It's something I do every month myself. Let me know if you want me to share it with you, because I'll just do a video like this each time and we can just kind of talk about it. So yeah, looking forward to doing it next time. See you.